Let's learn English through easy stories. Today, we asked some people, "Hey nail techs, tell us about your most unique client." The lady who asked for the most expensive nails. A few months ago, a client walked into my salon looking determined. She had a confident smile and a sparkle in her eye. She sat down, looked at me, and said, "I want the most extravagant nails you can give me. I want diamonds, gold, everything shiny and expensive." I raised an eyebrow, thinking this was just another one of those bold requests, but she was serious. I paused for a moment, unsure if I had everything I needed, but I quickly decided to give it a try. I said, "All right, I can do something extravagant for you. We do not have real gold and diamonds, but I will get you the most expensive charms. Let's make your nails truly special." I started by applying a high-quality base coat to her nails, and then the fun began. I added some metallic gold foil to her tips, creating a luxurious look, and added tiny sparkling crystals on each nail, gluing them carefully to make sure they stayed put. It took a while, but the final result was stunning. Her nails looked like a work of art, glistening with gold and diamonds. When she saw them, her eyes widened and she gasped, "Wow, these are exactly what I imagined. They're gorgeous." She kept staring at her nails, amazed at how much sparkle and shine they had. I couldn't help but smile, happy to see her so impressed. She said, "I've never seen anything like this before. I feel like a queen," she laughed with excitement. She asked if she could book an appointment every week just to keep her nails looking perfect. I happily agreed, and she left the salon with a big smile, feeling like $1,000,000. It was one of those moments where I felt proud of my work, and it reminded me that sometimes clients want more than just a simple manicure. They want an experience, a little bit of luxury to brighten their day. That day, I learned that going all out for a client, even when it seems extravagant, can create something truly unforgettable. She became a regular customer, and I always looked forward to our weekly appointments. The client who wanted nails like her dog's fur. A few months ago, a client named Sarah walked into the salon. She was in her mid-30s with kind eyes and a warm smile. She sat down at my station and immediately started talking about her dog, Billy. She said, "Billy is my life." She smiled at the thought of him. She pulled out her phone and showed me a picture of a golden retriever, his fur soft and shiny, looking up at her with loving eyes. She sighed as she looked at the picture and said, "I've never been this close to anyone. He's more than just a dog to me. He's family." I nodded, understanding the deep connection people can have with their pets. Then she looked at me with a small smile and said, "I know this may sound a bit strange, but could you paint my nails to match the color of Billy's fur?" At first, I wasn't sure what she meant, but then she showed me more pictures of Billy. It became clear. She wanted a shade that perfectly resembled his golden, silky coat. I was taken aback for a moment, but I immediately agreed. "Of course, I'll make sure to match the color just right," I said. We spent the next few minutes discussing the exact shade. Sarah explained how much she loved Billy's golden fur and how his presence in her life made her feel more complete. She said, "He's been with me through everything," she said softly, her voice shaking a little. She went on to share how Billy had been there for her during difficult times. His wagging tail and soft eyes had given her comfort when she was feeling down. I could tell how much this little request meant to her. It wasn't just about nails. It was about honoring the special bond she shared with her dog. After some trial and error with different shades, I finally found the perfect golden hue. It was warm and rich, just like Billy's fur. As I carefully applied the polish, I could see Sarah's face light up every time she looked at her nails. She kept glancing at them, her eyes filled with joy and gratitude. When I finished, she stared at her nails for a long moment, then her eyes welled up with tears. She said, "These are perfect! I can't believe how much they remind me of Billy. Now, whenever I look at my nails, I'll feel like he's right there with me." It was such a simple thing, painting her nails a specific color. But for Sarah, it was a way to keep Billy close to her every day. She told me that Billy had been her best friend for years, and having these nails would make her feel like he was always with her, even when they weren't physically together. As Sarah left the salon, she gave me a heartfelt thank you, hugged me tightly, and said, "You have no idea what this means to me. Thank you for making this possible." I smiled, feeling like I had done something small but meaningful for someone who truly needed it. It wasn't just about giving her the right nail color. It was about helping her hold on to something that mattered so much to her. And every time I think of that day, I smile, knowing that sometimes even the simplest things, like matching nails to a beloved pet's fur, can make a world of difference in someone's life. The little girl who wanted rainbow nails. One sunny afternoon, a little girl named Mia came into the salon with her mom. Mia was about 6 years old, and the moment she saw the nail polish colors, her eyes lit up with excitement. She looked at me and said, "I want rainbow nails, please." Her mom laughed softly and said, "She's been dreaming of this for weeks. She's been asking for rainbow nails every day." I smiled and said, "Well, let's make her dream come true." I asked Mia to choose her favorite colors. She picked bright red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple. Then I started painting each of her nails a different color of the rainbow. She watched carefully, her face full of joy and curiosity. When I finished, Mia looked at her nails with wide eyes. She smiled and exclaimed, "Wow, they look just like a rainbow." She turned her hands back and forth in the light and then ran over to her mom, showing off her colorful nails proudly. She said, "I feel like I'm walking on sunshine." Her mom smiled and said, "You look amazing, Mia. Those nails are so bright and happy." That small moment was so sweet, and it reminded me how little things can bring big happiness to a child. Mia was glowing with excitement and confidence, and it made my day to see her so joyful. As Mia and her mom left the salon, I felt grateful to be part of that special moment. Sometimes a simple splash of color can light up someone's world, especially for a little girl who just wanted to feel magical for a day. The client who wanted to go bold. A few months ago, a client named Laura came into the salon. Laura was usually very safe with her nails, always choosing short and simple styles. But that day, Laura looked different. She had a new hairstyle, new makeup, new clothes. Laura was very confident, and she said, "I want to try something new. I want to go bold. Let's make my nails better. I want my nails to be much longer this time." I was a bit surprised. Laura had always played it safe, so I asked her what made her want such a big change. She smiled and said, "I've been going through some changes in my life lately. I recently started a new job and I feel like I need to express myself more. Long nails feel like a fresh start for me. It's a way to step out of my comfort zone and feel more powerful." I loved her attitude, and I told her, "Let's make it happen, Laura." We began by shaping her nails longer than usual. It was a big transformation for her, but she was excited and open to trying something new. I carefully applied layers of gel to build the length, making sure everything looked perfect and strong. When I finished, Laura looked at her nails in the mirror and smiled. "They're beautiful. "I can't believe I did this," she said, her eyes sparkling with pride. She kept turning her hands this way and that, admiring the bold new look. "It feels amazing to do something different. I'm proud of myself for stepping out of my comfort zone." Laura's confidence was contagious. I could see that her nails weren't just about beauty, they were a symbol of her new journey and courage. As she left the salon, she thanked me and said, "I'm going to show these off everywhere. Thanks for helping me be bold." Even though I was really happy for her, I couldn't help but wonder, with nails that long, I hope she can still type on her computer. The client who fell asleep. One busy afternoon, a woman named Lisa came into the salon looking really tired. She told me she had worked a very long day, and I could see it in her eyes. We started her manicure, and about halfway through, I noticed she was getting very still. Suddenly, she fell asleep right in the chair. I was a little surprised but didn't want to wake her, so I carefully kept working on her nails, trying not to make any noise. It was like giving a manicure to a sleeping princess. When I finished, I gently shook her shoulder and said, "Lisa, your nails are done." She slowly opened her eyes, looked at her hands, and smiled. "Wow," she said, "this is the best nap I've ever had, and I woke up with perfect nails." We both laughed. She told me, "Next time, I might just come here to nap." I still remember that day. It was one of the funniest and sweetest moments at the salon. Thank you for watching. What was your favorite story from the video? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more fun lessons. Keep practicing, and we'll see you in the next video.